Can a wallpaper kill us? Yes, you heard it right. Can a home decorative wallpaper kill us? There was a period in history when wallpapers caused the deaths of many people. Keep watching to learn more about this part of the history. What if opening a book could end your life? For Shadows from the Walls of Death, that's not just a thought experiment. The 1874 book, compiled and written by Michigan physician Robert C. Kedzie, is filled with samples of wallpaper that are filled with poison. Kedzie intended the book as a warning to those tempted to purchase the wallpaper, which was more richly and subtly pigmented than earlier designs. It was a well-intended public health campaign, but the book was its own threat. Eating arsenic isn't the only way to get arsenic poisoning. It can also be inhaled and absorbed through the skin. Because of that risk, copies of the books were largely destroyed, and only 4 are known to remain. But now, the National Institute of Health has digitized the book so you can read it without fear. At the time, it wasn't unusual for consumer products, especially ones colored green, to contain arsenic. Victorians were obsessed with vividly colored wallpaper, which is on trend for this year, though arsenic poisoning is never in style. In 1778, a Swedish chemist named Carl Scheele created a brilliant green-colored pigment called Scheele's green, which was composed of copper arsenite. The color was particularly popular among artists and home designers in the pre-Raphaelite moment. As its name would suggest, copper arsenite contains the deadly element arsenic. Not all commercial available green paints contained arsenic, but many of the prominent ones did, such as emerald green, Paris green, and Scuvenfute green. Although the dangers associated with ingesting arsenic were well known, the people of the 19th century did not care when it came to the arsenic found covering their walls. In fact, it is possible that the people using the arsenic-laden wall coverings did not realize how deadly it was. Many families around this time grew mysteriously ill for no apparent reason. The water supplies were untainted and the houses were clean. But there remained one common factor, the green wallpaper. While people knew that eating arsenic could kill you, they did not realize that merely being near it could cause people to get sick and die. In 1850, Dr. Lethaby, a renowned chemist working at the London hospital, confirmed that the cause of death for a girl was arsenic poisoning. The newspapers were quick to publicize the doctor's theory that the arsenic-filled paints used in the wallpaper covering the family home had killed a child. Lethaby's theory were further to claim that one did not need to eat the paint nor even sleep in the same room as it is, but it would only take a few hours of exposure to the paint within the wallpaper to kill a child. In the 19th century, the toxicity of arsenic compounds was not readily known. 19th century journals contained reports of children wasting away in bright green rooms, of ladies in green dresses swooning, and newspaper printers being overcome by arsenic vapors. There is one example of an acute poisoning of children attending a Christmas party where dyed candles were burnt. Two main theories on the cause of wallpaper poisoning events have been proposed: dust particles caused by pigment and paper flaking, and toxic gas production. Tiny particles of the pigment can flake off and become airborne and then are absorbed by the lungs. Alternatively, toxic gas can be released from compounds containing arsenic following certain chemical process such as heating or metabolism by an organism. When the wallpaper became damp and moldy, the pigment may be metabolized, causing the release of poisonous arsenic gas. Due to the popularity of the color, the businesses were reluctant to give up such a large source of income. So they continued to claim that there was no such thing wrong within the product, or it remained quite fashionable. However, in 1859, the first arsenic-free wallpaper in Britain was produced by William Williams & Co. This was followed by the famous wallpaper company Morris & Co. ceding to public demand and producing their own arsenic-free green wallpaper. It is easy to understand that skepticism, since many houses had this wallpaper and yet only some seem to have been affected. Of course, modern studies show that an identical level of arsenic poisoning can prove fatal to children, the sick or the elderly, and yet have barely any effect on a healthy adult. Studies have shown that those with a higher level of protein in their diet were able to cope with a higher level of arsenic in their system. Many healthy people increased their chances of poisoning, as wallpaper and paint were not the only places the arsenic could be found in an Victorian era. Ladies applied arsenic-filled cosmetics while they wore arsenical green dresses and artificial wreaths in their hair. Men wore green waistcoats and neckties, all colored with arsenical dyes. Vegetables were sprayed with insecticides containing arsenic, and meat was dipped in arsenic to deter flies. Even lickable postage stamps were found to have arsenic in their green dyes. Finally, in 1903, a royal commission recommended safe levels of arsenic for food and drink, but no legislation was passed prohibiting the use of arsenical green in wallpaper. Reportedly, it wasn't until 1879 that Queen Victoria had all of the green wallpaper torn out of Buckingham Palace after a visiting dignitary became ill. But as the garish green fell out of favor in the fashion world, so too did the arsenic. Today, it is highly unlikely that one would find this type of green wallpaper in their home. Even in historic homes, the poisonous wall coverings have been removed for the safety of the public. What mysteries are hiding in your walls? Are they trying to kill you?